Good morning and welcome to My Left Ear. I'm Carrie Freeman. It is Saturday, April 23rd, and we're going to get started here. This is video 88. If you voted, are you a MAGA? You won't like this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel leans towards democracy, progressives, and independents. So just a fair warning. And I do political and psychic commentary, share some philosophy, spirituality. I do runes readings. So here we go. And I want to ask you to please subscribe and please like. I often do these videos and I forget to ask that important question. And this is for entertainment purposes only. All right. So on Monday, I'm repeating this and I'll put it in community. I'm joining Milu on his show, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and noon Eastern Time. Really looking forward to that. It's live. It'll be my first time appearing with Milu. And we've talked on the phone a few times and he's just such a nice gentleman. All right. So this is a little bit shorter today for two reasons. I'm on my way to a memorial for my dear friend, Art LaFleur, who passed a few months ago. Big deal. People are flying in from out of town. And you know what? I got this dress for the memorial because I wanted to celebrate Art's life. And Art had an incredible sense of humor. So I'm a little bit upbeat today for the memorial. And then also, I'm running late and I'm going to be doing a lot of content with Milu on Monday. So here we go. We're going to start here with my least favorite person, Marjorie Perjury Green. That's the nickname. Marjorie Perjury Green. So you may or may not know, she appeared in court in Georgia because there's a question whether she should be able to run again due to her seditionist activities. And I call her appearance, I don't recall, and I don't remember. I didn't count how many times that she said it because I couldn't stomach to watch the whole thing, but she said it over and over and over. She flirted with the judge. She acted uncharacteristically demure, and she got coached. She got coached for, I don't recall and I don't remember. But my question is, and it's going to unfold in the next few days, definitely with Glenn Kirshner, among others, did she commit perjury? I'm going to say I think she did. I think she was a hostile witness. Now, I threw these runes on Marjorie Taylor Greene the other day, and I was like, oh no! And a part of me didn't even want to share it with you. And I said, no, you've got to write all this down. You can't not. But she went into it furious and frightened. Now the thing is, the decision whether she gets to run is being made by Georgia's Brad Raffensperger. And he's the secretary, and he's the guy that Trump tried to extort or push, or whatever you want to call it, to find the 11,000 votes for the presidential election. So he may have done all the right things on the phone with the president, which he did, but he's very much a Republican. And here's the thing. This code about being able to run for office and having committed sedition, I don't know if they're using it properly, but it's like whoever shall commit insurrection against the government will be prevented from running for office. Seems to me that's a lot of people. So I ran the runes, and I'm not showing them today like I normally do. Will Marjorie be able to run? I got partnership, which is a very positive rune. Like it's two big X's, and it means a partnership. I got defense. All of these were upright, so none of them were reversed. And I got fertility. That's the final one. And that's where I went, oh no, I don't even want to share this. But much to my surprise, or maybe not my surprise, I watched a lot of the pundits, and without the runes this morning, they're all saying, yeah, she's going to get to run again. So the runes said it, and I didn't want to believe it, but they're pretty damn good. Now, there's something that the overall media and the pundits I don't think are talking about, and maybe I'm misguided. I think I'm going to bring it up with Milu, is that there's a handful or more of congressional and Senate legislators who are seditionists, who took action to prevent the easy transfer to President Biden. Now, with the January 6th committee, these people are going to run again, some of them, but they're going to be possibly indicted before that election. This is where I think the Democrats perhaps have a chance to come in and win. More on this later. I am going to be researching it more. But this is my big question. The midterms could be very interesting based on the seditionists. And according to Jamie Raskin, these people are going to be outed. They may not be questioned by the January 6th, but it's coming. Is it going to affect the midterms? We wait. And perhaps I'll do runes on that next time. So now the next question is, this wonderful podcaster called Political Girl, she's super smart, posed a question. Are the pubs, I call them the pubs, Republicans, in bed with Russia? And yes, but it's not good. It's going to backfire. That's what these runes told me. I got journey reversed. That means ruptures are likely. Your process may be totally disrupted, meaning receiving money, that connection may be disrupted for these legislators. There's obstacles, there's failures. There are rerouting opportunities. I'm not sure what that one means. Then I got the self, the rune for the self, and it says you may feel blocked. The outer enemy is a reflection of yourself. So they have nobody to blame but their own participation with the Russians and Putin and taking money. But it does say the outer enemy is but a reflection of yourself. So these Republicans that are Putinites, it's a reflection of their toxic selves. And then there is, the last one was breakthrough. And it says there's a major shift in the process of self-change because, come on, this is a wake-up call for people that have been in Russian pockets. For some, it says you can no longer live your life in the same way, and it may require you, Republicans, to jump into the void empty-handed. So they are in bed, yes, and it looks like a big backfire, and we will watch that. I've told you over and over, I do not believe that Donald Trump is going to run. I don't think he's even going to be able to run physically, mentally. And so who does that leave? And we don't know yet. But I wrote, gag me, Chris Christie, Vlad DeSantis, Adam Kinzinger, which I don't think that's his plan, Pence, Pompeo. Who else? You want to write me? I might have had a lapse. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the Republican National Convention has made an announcement that they will not participate in presidential debates. Why do we think that is? Because they don't have anybody that can stand up and go toe-to-toe with Joe Biden, because He actually is so cognitively well, and he knows so much, and he has facts at his fingertips. They're afraid, so they don't want to do it. But here's what I think. Here's what my left ear thinks. The Dems will come up with a very clever alternative to strengthen their position. It might be they'll have a lot of town halls. They'll invite Republicans to ask Joe Biden questions. He's up to it, but we wait and we see. I want to mention Herschel Walker, who's running for the Senate in Georgia, ex-football player, who does not present well. He presents as being very dim, okay? And he's running against Raphael Warnock, who is a prince, who's fantastic. But here's what my left ear wants to say. They need to do an MRI on Herschel Walker. I actually, from entertainment purposes only, YouTube, I actually think he has brain damage that would show up on an MRI. And I do not see him winning Georgia. If he does, they're in big trouble. So I'm just going to mention something. Jake Tapper, CNN, they were talking about Ginny Thomas. Now that news story isn't going to go away, but it's sort of like is slipping, but it's not going to go away. It's being investigated. Jake Tapper said Ginny Thomas's Facebook page is a garbage dump. And he said garbage dump, meaning crazy radicals are all over her Facebook page. And then Clarence, Supreme Court Clarence, just posed with a really friendly picture with Herschel Walker. That is political, and he should not be doing it. And I believe Clarence did it on purpose to just rub it in the face because he feels invincible. We will see if he's invincible. And a couple of last things. James Carville. I don't know if you know who James Carville is, but he was part of the White House policy making. Big. He's retired. He always wears a baseball cap. He's older. He has an accent. He was talking to Ari Melber. Now someone's going to write me and say, James Carville, and they're going to give me his title, which I forgot to look up, so I apologize for that. Carville has this thick accent. He goes, you know, Ari, they're all crazy. All the GOP, all of them. They're not like you and I. I'm telling you, it was hysterical. Love James Carville. Rob Reiner, film director, Rob Reiner, he wrote a very short tweet that got a lot of attention and opened up very interesting conversation. He wrote, a vote for Republicans is a vote to destroy democracy. And the wonderful Lawrence O'Donnell put that out there and said, is this an opinion or is it fact? It was a fascinating conversation. And I'm just going to leave you with this before I move on, because I cannot be late for a memorial. A growing number of senior Kremlin insiders say that the war has doomed Russia to years of isolation, gutted their global influence, heightened tensions for sure, compromised their security, and left their economy crippled. One of the insiders said, it's a mindless war. In the meantime, 2 Russian oligarchs were found dead last week. So we're going to move on to good evidence. And there's more, but I wrote notes and I'll be back. And I'm going to be on with Milu on Monday. So just want to let you know that. Just a small little moment of good evidence. You know, I love the little tiny moments. I like the big moments and I like the little tiny. I'm in Rite Aid. I'm in line. There's an older woman fumbling, kind of confused. And it took a long time. So the checker said, now you look for it, ma'am, and I'm going to come over here. So he helped me. And I wanted to get out of the way. So I moved over to the next counter, which was empty. And there was a debit card in the machine, but nobody was there. And I went, oh, this lady left her debit card. And so I held it up to the checker and I said, I think this belongs to her. I'm running out to see if I can find her. So I ran out. She was slowly getting into a car with her husband in a handicapped zone, and they were foreign and they didn't know what I was saying. And I was like, isn't this yours? And it was hers. It was like, oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was like, really, it was nice. It was a nice moment. Because I don't know if any of you have ever left your debit card or your keys or something. It's very scary. And so it was just great that I got to catch her before they got home and all this kind of stuff. A little bit of evidence. I have more, but this is all this morning. Here's a quote from John Lennon. He wrote, being honest might not get you a lot of friends, but it will always get you the right ones. I like that. Being honest might not get you a lot of friends, but it will always get you the right friends. John Lennon. And then actress Viola Davis, who is magnificent. First time I ever saw her on film, I went, oh my God, who is this woman? This is an incredible talent. And I've been following her ever since. But she just wrote a book. And this is a quote from her book, really touched me. She wrote, I have an understanding of poverty. I know what deprivation feels like. And the most important thing it gave me is compassion. Viola Davis. Cheers to Viola Davis. All right, so you'll see me Monday morning. I will be back. This was a tidbit. Have a good weekend. And let's just continue sending light. I didn't really talk about Ukraine so much today on purpose, but more is coming. We know more is coming. So make peace, make memories, and I'll see you Monday morning, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.